Hey Hofstra fans, basketball starts on Friday. That means it's time for the MBB Mason Coaches Report for the winter shows now. We're joined by the first-year head coach of Hofstra men's basketball, Joe Mihalich. Coach, welcome to the program. How are you?
Excited to be here. Can't wait to play Friday night.
You come over from Niagara after 15 seasons. Why did you come to Hofstra?
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of reasons, but it's a special place. And the short answer is it's a special place. I always told people if I was ever going to leave Niagara, it would have to be for something special. Hofstra's special. Great school, great people, great leadership. A chance to do something that, some of the teams in our league have done before.
You've been here since May. How's everything on the court going?
Well, we haven't lost yet, so we're down. Everything's going good. Everything's going good. Got a great bunch of guys. They're really, really working hard. I think we're all just, I mean this in a good way, can't wait to play a game. Getting tired of each other. We're beating each other up every day and so forth. But again, it's just normal. Every coach in the country would tell you that. It's time for some games.
Pretty much everything in this program is now new. You bring over a pair of assistants from Niagara, Mike Fairley, Shane Nichols. What do they bring?
Oh, they're terrific. Great guys. Just grinders. Always working. Always trying to find that next recruit. Always trying to, figure out a way to win a game. Always trying to help a player get better. Everything that you'd want your assistant coaches to do.
And then Speedy Claxton also joins the coaching staff. And what has he been since you came here?
Well, it's been great to have him around. I mean, he's, obviously he's an icon. When you talk about Hofstra basketball, you talk about Speedy Claxton. And, he's somebody that wants to learn about coaching and get into coaching. And it's great to have him around.
Yeah, 4 returners from last season: Jordan Allen, Stephen Waccone, Musa Kone, Darren Payne. Since you've been here, what have you seen from those 4?
Yeah, those guys have been great. I'll always be in debt to those guys. They've been like bedrock. When you come into a new job, chances are you're going to have 12 guys returning, and then you've got to really, conform to them a little bit, if that's the right word. But with only 4 guys, I think these guys had to sit back and say, no, wait a minute, got a new coach, and we're going to have a new team because he's going to bring in 8 more guys. And then it never got to them. They stayed strong, and they knew they wanted to be part of something great, and I'll always be in debt to these guys.
You've been around, but have you ever been in a situation, it's May and you had 4 players, but you fill out freshmen, transfers, graduate students. Has this been one of the tougher recruiting jobs?
Oh, the toughest ever. I mean, as you said, it's just, you've never been in a situation like that. You come into a job, you need that many players, so, whether you've already been in a school or taken a new job, I don't know who would say, you got to go get 8 guys. And, it was really hard. It was. Come on. We wanted to get the right guys. And, that was always been the battle cry from President Rabinowitz to Jeff Hathaway. That's been the battle cry. If we have to do a brick by brick, that is. If we have to do a brick by brick, or if we have to, let's get the right people. Let's get good people in here. So that's what we're doing. 2
graduate students, Dan Nesmith from Monmouth, Zeke Upshaw from Illinois State. Lots of Division I basketball experience. How valuable has that been?
Well, you can't put a price tag on it. As that commercial would say, it's priceless. Because they've got those miles on their tires. They've been through the bad practices, the long practices, the good practices, road trips, good wins, bad wins, good years, bad years. They've been through it all. And they add this maturity and confidence to a team that really needs it.
Freshmen, Eliel Gonzalez, Chris Jenkins, Jamal Robinson. What have you seen from the freshmen?
Well, physically ready, all 3 of them. They don't physically look like freshmen. They're physically ready. They're learning the game. They want to please you. They have this great quality, all 3 of them about them. They want to please you. And as a coach, that's a coach's dream, to be with players that want to get better and want to improve.
And you bring 2 players from Niagara, ineligible this year: Wanye Green, Amin Tanksley. Brian Bernardi also comes from SMU. They're ineligible this year, but what do they bring to practice? They've
been unbelievable, because it would only be normal for them to just say, hey, I'm not playing this year. I don't really have to work that hard today, or, I'm just going to kind of take it easy. They've never done that. Brian Bernardi I left the office last night about 10 or 10:30. He was still in his basketball practice uniform, and we were done at 7 o'clock. He was out there. Him and Chris Jenkins were out there shooting in the gym on the shooting machine. Just amazing, just amazing.
In terms of systems, what do you like to do with the players?
Well, we like to get up and down the floor. Now, you got to dance with the girl you brought. This is a work in progress here. We're trying to see what we're good at. We don't know. We don't know who we are or what we're good at yet. Who knows, by the end of the year, we might be walking up the floor and then calling out a play every time. But we like to get up and down the floor. We'd rather get up and down the floor. I think it's fun to play an up-tempo style. It's fun to coach an up-tempo style. And I believe it's the most fun style to watch, is that up-tempo style.
If you like drawing up tempo, what do you plan to do with the front court? You have Steven Waccone, you have Musa Kone.
Well, again, we have we're faced with some number crunches this year, so are we a faster team when only one of them's on the floor? Probably. But at the same time, I think they're going to have to play together at times. And when they do, Moose has been pretty good at slipping over to that 4 spot.
They've often been gone up against one each other in practice. What have those battles been like?
I mean, it's amazing. I respect the two of them so much because they just bang each other all day long, every day, and now it's made them better. But, it's just every day those guys battle. I'm going to tell you what, when they leave, they're bruised and swollen and banged up and looking for an ice bath.
And you come in, you inherit the majority of a schedule already made, among it Richmond, by the way, next week, Louisville, the defending national champions. What did you think of the non-conference schedule?
I always kiddingly say that I signed my contract first and then Jeff Hathaway showed me the schedule, which wasn't true. But you know what? We are, you mentioned a couple of them. We're at Louisville, we're at SMU, we're at Richmond, we're at Tulane. It's going to be a great experience for us. It's going to be an unbelievable thing to go to Louisville, to go to SMU and all those others. I mean, those are 2 Hall of Fame coaches right there, playing in beautiful arenas. It's a chance for our guys to play against great players in a great venue, see the country, and hopefully it's going to make them better players.
And your season starts this Friday against Monmouth. Yeah, Nesmith's old school. So what do you know about the Hawks?
Dion's in charge of the scouting report. He's gonna do the scouting report for us. He's gonna tell us who's who and what they do and the whole bit. So, and it's hard that first game because you don't have videotape. They have new freshmen. You don't know anything about them. So you look for some tendencies from the year before, and we've done that. But it'll be it'll be challenging.
Fairleigh Dickinson, you actually played them twice this year. What do you know about the Knights?
You know what? Same thing. And with them, new coach. So, we're looking for any angle we can to try to figure out what they're going to do.
In terms of overall season expectations, preseason 9th in the conference by the media and the coaches, what are your realistic expectations for the year?
What are our realistic expectations? Well, you know what, let me maybe change the question a little bit. Like if somebody were to say to me, what are your goals from this year? What would you like to see happen? I would say I think what I'd like to see happen is in 4 or 5 years, a lot of people look back and say, you know what, that 2013-2014 season, that's the reason we are where we are right now. That's the reason that we've become a pretty darn good program, and that's my goal.
It starts on Friday. Coach Mihalich, thanks for the time.
Thanks for having me.
Hofstra takes on Monmouth on Friday, Fairleigh Dickinson on Sunday. You can watch and listen to the games through your Pride Zone account. I'm Rob Joyce. Thanks, Hofstra fans, for tuning in to the WB Mason Coaches Report with Joe Mihalich.